Hey everybody, it's Audrey and I'm doing my Oscar recap today. Yes, I know it's Tuesday morning, but I was so sick with a head cold yesterday. I don't think that you would have been able to hear what I said or between the sneezes actually get to understand what I was saying. So today, I'm really excited to be doing it today because yesterday I was able to read a lot about the fashions, a lot of critics, a lot of hits, a lot of misses. Now I hate to hone in on misses, so I really want to hone in on the hits of the night. And since I blog about fashion advice for moms, obviously, I have to go with the actresses who are the moms, but I do want to start off with Sandra Bullock because I loved Sandra Bullock's gold Marchese gown. Let me show you the gown. What I loved about Sandra Bullock and why I'm grouping her my number one best dressed of the night is because her acceptance speech, she said, what I loved, it was you can be a mother. Doesn't mean that you actually have to physically have the children to be a mother. And I loved that. So I wanted to honor Sandra Bullock because she does have 3 stepchildren that she loves and she mothers. And I just thought she looked gorgeous and classic and sophisticated and elegant. And you know what? Hey, she won the Oscar wearing gold. So only fitting that she wore that gown. So I just wanted to kind of put her up on that pedestal of just looking that perfect Oscar chic. Okay, so we're moving on to Meryl Streep. Now, what I love about this dress, I actually predicted Meryl wearing a red dress. I don't know why I saw red, but I saw red for her. So let me show you the dress that she did wear, which I think was cool because it was actually designed by Chris March, who was a Project Runway Season 4 alum. So check out her dress. Now, white. A lot of women cannot get away with wearing white, but I love this dress. I love the plunging neckline. I love the tie front. You know what? She really did just look that elegance and that sophistication that Oscar fashions look for. So what I loved about this one too was, she's a mom of 4. She is a mother of 4. Meryl Streep is just an icon when it comes to Hollywood. So when I say that I think Meryl can kind of get away with anything, even when she misses, she still can get away with it. I really thought for Meryl this year, this was a huge hit for her. I just loved it. Okay, so now I want to move along to Tina Fey. Tina Fey was a presenter at the Oscars on Sunday night, and she looked amazing in this Michael Kors black dress. Let me show you this dress. And what I love about this is the fact that, you can be sexy and funny at the same time. And I love the fact that she went a little bit on the kind of the daring side. This is something that you usually don't see Tina Fey in. To be honest with you, usually when you read about Tina Fey, she's usually doing a gigantic fashion don't. So I love that she went to Michael Kors. You cannot go wrong wearing Michael Kors. But she just looked beautiful. She looked gorgeous. She looked comfortable most of all. And she just worked that dress like no other. So a huge fashion do for Tina Fey. So let's move on to Monique. What I loved about Monique's dress was the color. I think blue was a gorgeous color for Monique. I really thought that, when I actually thought she was going to wear gold. But what I loved most about Monique's store, actually, let me show you the blue dress that she wore. Now, this was designed by Tom and Linda Platt. Now, what I loved about this dress so much was actually the story behind it. An Oscar dress is special, and it's something that everybody is going to remember what you wore that night when you won that Oscar. What I loved about the story behind this dress was that Tom and Linda Platt were designers that worked with Monique 9 years ago. She said, when nobody would work with her, these 2 people did. So this Oscar night, was just as important for them as it was for her. So I love that story behind it, that she really gave these designers who loved her, believed in her 9 years ago, the chance to shine. So that, for me, also made that dress a huge fashion do. So who are my 2 favorite stars of the night? 2 celebrities, actually, who were not nominated at all, but I just loved the way they looked. First, Mariska Hargitay. Let me show you this dress. Vera Wang, black, gorgeous, obviously strapless. What I loved about this dress too is that she not only wore it beautifully, but she obviously was a little bit tanned. She had perfect jewelry with it. She commanded this dress, and I just loved seeing her. I'm a huge fan of her anyway, but she just looked gorgeous. And my second favorite starlet of the night was Sarah Jessica Parker. Let me show you this Chanel dress. It's funny because a lot of women who have Sarah Jessica Parker's coloring can't get away with wearing that pale yellow. But Sarah Jessica looked stunning. Now, I'll be honest with you, I was not a fan of the hair. I think actually the dress would have looked gorgeous even with a little bit less of that huge updo. But with the top, with the open back, it was essential obviously to wear the hair up. so that you could get really a good look of what the dress actually looked like. But I think she looked stunning. It was different. It was beautiful. And you know what? Sarah Jessica Parker is the Hollywood fashionista. So she quite literally could have gotten away with wearing a garbage bag with just a really chic belt. And in my book, still have looked amazing. Okay, so let me just do some fashion don'ts. I'm not trying to be mean when I say these, but I've had a few women ask me, what were some of the things that you just did not like that night? When I figure I'm going to relax a little bit, I'm going to put my own hair up because I'm still not feeling 100%. So this is probably a huge fashion don't right now, especially with my gorgeous root in the front. But you know what? Let's go through some fashion don'ts. Number one, Nicole Richie, I think looked, she looked a little vampy for the night. Let me show you her picture. No, it's not that the dress wasn't gorgeous. I mean, the dress actually was gorgeous. The accessory on her arm, her husband, I don't understand why he wears sunglasses. I really have to say, I think that's a huge fashion don't on a red carpet during the day wearing sunglasses. I mean, truly, is that necessary? Now, moving along to some of the makeup choices. Now, you had these amazing, gorgeous Hollywood starlets on the runway, and I don't know what it was. A lot of the women, they had these amazing dresses on, and then their makeup was very 80s. A lot of that, like, bright pink blush, and then a really bright pink lipstick, like almost like a deep pink lipstick. And I just was not a fan of that makeup choices for the night. You have these gorgeous dresses, and you kind of want the makeup to play along with the story too. So the whole thing works from head to toe. And I just was not a fan of a lot of that pink lipstick and a lot of that pink makeup that the women were wearing. So that was another one of my fashion, I'm not sure that's working. Okay, so my last final fashion don't, and I'm going to add one more on. Simply because this happened to me this summer at Old Navy, and I was horrified by it when somebody asked me if I was pregnant when I wasn't. And it was the kind of dress that I was wearing. It was a high empire-waisted dress, and by the way I was standing, I definitely looked like I was sporting like a little baby belly. So, my fashion don't of the night, there were so many beautiful, amazing stars that just did some fashion do's from here to Timbuktu. They looked amazing. There were a couple women who will remain nameless, but they actually looked pregnant in the dresses that they wore. So if people are walking away from the red carpet asking if so-and-so is pregnant and you're not, that's probably not the best dress to be wearing, especially to Oscar night.